For years, AI in government felt like it was always just around the corner, right? More of a promise than a reality. Well, that's all changed. The experimental phase is officially over. Today, we're going to dig into the real-world return on investment based on what over 250 public sector leaders are actually seeing on the ground. This isn't about what's coming next. It's about the impact AI is having right now.
And this shift, it's happening way faster than you might think. I mean, check this out. A full 55% of public sector organizations are already using AI agents in production. This isn't some pilot program or a little test case. This is live operational tech that's driving missions today.
And we're not just talking about dipping a toe in the water either. Out of those organizations, nearly half, we're talking 42%, have already rolled out more than 10 different AI agents. That shows a serious, scaled commitment to really weaving this technology into their operations.
So, just to make sure we're all on the same page, what exactly are we talking about here? When we say AI agents, we mean specialized large language models. Probably the easiest way to think about them is like AI with a specific job description. They've got a role, they've got context, and they have a goal, which lets them plan and carry out tasks all on their own.
Okay, so that leads to the big question, right? Where are these agents actually making a difference? Where are they being deployed? And maybe more importantly, where are they generating real, measurable value for government agencies and, for the people they serve?
Well, the data shows a really clear focus. The top 3 use cases are constituent service at 59%, tech support at 56%, and software development at 51%. So what does this tell us? It tells us that agencies are being really smart about this, targeting areas that either directly touch the public or make a huge difference to internal efficiency.
Okay, but here's where the story gets really interesting. When we switch from just looking at adoption to looking at the actual return on investment, constituent service is still number 1. That makes perfect sense. But look what jumps into the number 2 spot: productivity. It was only the 5th most adopted use case, but it's delivering the 2nd highest ROI. And the takeaway here is absolutely crucial. Using AI to make your workforce more efficient has an immediate and powerful payback.
And this isn't just some number on a chart, It has a real-world impact. Nastran's here from the National Cancer Institute puts it perfectly. She highlights how these agents can finally streamline those essential but super repetitive manual processes that have held agencies back for years.
So let's zoom out a little bit. Beyond just these specialized agents, how is the broader world of generative AI creating gains? The first place to look is how it's fundamentally unlocking workforce productivity on a much wider scale.
And the impact? It's huge. We're talking about a full 70% of public sector leaders who are reporting tangible, noticeable productivity improvements from their generative AI initiatives. That's a huge majority of agencies seeing real, concrete gains.
And when you dig into the specifics, the results are, well, they're pretty incredible. A massive 74% improvement in IT processes. That's streamlining everything from help desk tickets to managing infrastructure. But also, look at that 54% improvement in faster time to insight. That is so critical for decision-making. It's about cutting down the time it takes to sift through mountains of data to actually inform policy.
Right? So AI isn't just about making things faster or more efficient. It's also a massive deal for security. In today's threat environment, which is getting more complex by the day, agencies are using AI to seriously bolster their defenses, lock down their systems, and protect public trust. And the results here are frankly a game changer. An incredible 79% report they have a better ability to identify threats. That's all about staying ahead of the attackers. And on top of that, a 58% reduction in the time it takes to resolve security incidents. This isn't just an upgrade. This is making the entire security posture faster, smarter, and way more robust.
So, the technology is proven, the ROI is clear, but there's a catch. There's one major obstacle that's stopping these benefits from scaling across entire organizations, and it's not about the tech at all. It's about leadership.
I mean, just look at this. This chart shows the stark reality. Only 32% of AI initiatives have that comprehensive top-down sponsorship from executive leadership. Think about that. That means over 2/3 of these projects are trying to succeed without the critical support they need to break down silos and get the right resources.
And this slide just perfectly captures the disconnect. On the one hand, a huge 61% of leaders are planning to put more than half of their future AI budgets specifically into agents. The financial commitment is there. But on the other hand, only 32% say they have the executive sponsorship to match. So here's the bottom line. The investment is ready to go, but the leadership alignment just isn't there yet. So let's bring it all together. What should you take away from all this? First, widespread adoption is here. This isn't a future trend. Over half of your peers are already doing this. Second, the ROI is proven. Real value is being delivered right now, especially in services and productivity. And third, leadership is the bottleneck. That executive sponsorship, it's the single most critical factor for success at scale.
Which really leaves us with this final thought. The data is clear. Agencies all across the public sector are proving the value and ROI of AI agents as we speak. So the question is no longer if this technology works, but how you are going to lead your organization to harness it. What will your agency's next move be?